Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out, messages come through with the cards that do come out in this reading for you today. So the first card we have is the Six of Swords. We've got some air sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, even Aquarius. We have the Five of Pentacles. It's in the reverse. And we have the Queen of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles, this does feel like a pretty positive energy, especially when it comes to reaching a goal that you may have had your sights on. I do feel like with this Ten of Pentacles, this also feels like a very successful energy as well as a very lucrative energy. So I do feel like also being able to experience a lot of success in your career, but I do feel like it's affecting you monetarily, and it does feel like it's affecting you in a very positive way. I also feel like with the Ten of Pentacles, this feels like an energy of also dealing with somebody who's in a very good space where they are doing quite well for themselves. This feels like very successful energy. I do feel like with the Ten of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of being in a space where there's a desire to be able to have a commitment and being able to kind of settle down. This does feel like it's a goal. I do feel like with this Ten of Pentacles, this also feels like a sense of being able to reach that place with somebody in a connection. I do get that with the Six of Swords showing up over here. This does feel like an energy of being able to experience things, really kind of being able to get to a good place, being able to experience a positive shift in a situation where things may have felt a bit chaotic or unstable. I do feel like with the Six of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of also being able to work something out with someone. I do feel like with the Six of Swords showing up over here that when it comes to somebody that you may be dealing with, I do feel like this person is in a space where it's like they're ready to have the conversation. And when it comes to a conversation, it's a conversation that's leading to being able to make something work and work something out. Where things may have been a bit unstable or shaky, with the Six of Swords showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being able to repair a situation. But I feel like this person is actively kind of seeking that out. So they want to be able to make something work with you. I do feel like with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, this feels like an energy of being able to experience, being able to get to a place of healing. I do feel like on a personal level, this does feel like a sense of being able to reach a really good place in your healing journey. And I do feel like also when it comes to where you are at, being able to experience this lift as far as being able to experience things, kind of experience that positive shift, but it feels like it's internally. It does feel like healing. And I do feel like with this Five of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of being in a space where somebody may be actually trying to be able to make something right with you, trying to be able to work something out with you, where it could have felt like somebody had turned their back on you when you needed them the most. With this Five of Pentacles, this does feel like an energy of somebody being in a space where I feel like they are most so focused on being able to resolve that kind of a situation. And you also feel like with this Five of Pentacles that there could have been a situation where you may have felt like you had missed an opportunity. This feels like an opportunity to be able to kind of have that come back around and being able to get that second chance. I do feel like with the Queen of Cups though, this feels like a very emotionally available energy. I do feel like when it comes to somebody you are dealing with, this person is in a space where they're coming towards you with a very emotionally open energy. I do feel like with that Six of Swords, this does feel like an energy of somebody wanting to address something. I do feel like they are in a space where they're ready and open when it comes to being able to do that with you. With this Queen of Cups showing up over here, this also feels like very compassionate energy. So I do feel like this does feel like an energy of working something out with somebody. I feel like it's coming from a genuine and sincere place when it comes to somebody wanting to be able to hash something out and be able to work something out. And I do feel like with the Six of Swords, it could be especially happening through being able to bring up a situation through conversation. But this does feel like addressing something that needs to be addressed in order to be able to move forward. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Knight of Swords. We've got the Three of Cups. And we have the Judgment card. It is in the reverse. We have some Scorpio energy with the Judgment card. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups does feel like there is past energy. This does feel like dealing with somebody who you may have history with. I do feel like with the Six of Cups, this does also feel like an energy of being able to really look back on a situation and really think about it a lot. I do feel like there's a nostalgic energy when it comes to being able to look back upon a situation. And with the Six of Cups, this does feel like also a sense of being in a space of, when it comes to looking back at things, being in a space when it comes to the person's perspective on things, it does feel like a nostalgic energy, but I also feel like it is a positive outlook that they are projecting onto their outlook of the past. So with the Six of Cups shown up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody kind of wanting to be able to, it's like they have compassion towards a situation. And do you feel like this person being in a space where there is also this sense of really being in a space of wanting to be able to kind of heal a connection, but I feel like it's coming from a sincere place. Do you feel like also somebody being in a space where it's like they are reflecting back and it's kind of putting them in this nostalgic space? It does feel like this person kind of missing you. And do you feel like also with this Ten of Pentacles, this person thinking back to the things that you had goals to be able to achieve and thinking back to a lot of those in a very fond way? I do feel like with the Knight of Swords, this does feel like there is communication coming in, but I also feel like with this Knight of Swords, this feels like a very quick energy when it comes to somebody kind of trying to approach something. I do feel like with this Knight of Swords drawn up over here, this feels like also an energy of this person kind of coming in very, very strong. I do feel like they are trying to tackle the situation in a very quick way. It's like they want to be able to it's like they want to resolve something, or they want to work on something, address something. They do it quite quickly. I feel like this person's rushing towards you as well. And do you feel like with this Three of Cups jump over here, this feels like an energy of friendship. So this does feel like an energy of being able to have an amicable way of trying to approach things, or trying to get to a place of being amicable with someone, wanting to be able to kind of be on the same page with them in a way that does preserve a sense of friendship between the two of you. I do feel like there is a strong foundation of friendship, and I do feel like when it comes to that, it's something that somebody does not want to lose. So I feel like there's a desire to preserve that. With the Judgment card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of somebody who's in a space where they are realizing a lot about this connection, and I do feel like they do that through a lot of reflection. I do think they think a lot about this connection. I also feel like as far as the way in which make them feel, that's something that stays with them, something they carry with them. And if you feel like with the Judgment card showing up in the reverse, it also feels like a sense of this person kind of realizing how much this connection means to them or meant to them. They could even be a desire for a second chance. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have romantic feelings. We have calling in your soulmate. And we have finances and career. So the romantic feelings card show up over here. This does feel like an energy of somebody who wants to be able to address something. I do feel like there's something that is actually very much on this person's mind. I do feel like it's something that's kind of weighing heavy on them. They want to be able to explore that. I also feel like with the romantic feelings card showing up over here, that this person has a lot of feelings and emotions towards a situation as well as towards you. And I do feel like with this romantic feelings card showing up over here, especially within a connection that's a romantic connection with them, this does feel like an energy of this person kind of wanting to be able to explore that further with you. And I do feel like when it comes to romantic feelings, those feelings could actually be very reciprocated. I do feel like this is the sense of this person being in a space where it feels like it's the right time to be able to explore those feelings. And I do feel like with this card showing up over here, those feelings are very real. I do also feel like it is something that's worth exploring with this person as well. I'm calling in your soulmate card from up over here. This feels like very intentional energy. I do feel like also when it comes to being in a space where there is a desire, I do feel like it's a desire for being able to have a connection that's built upon something real, something that's going to last long term. And I do feel like with that 10 of Pentacles, this feels like an energy of being in a space where somebody's ready to be able to settle down, somebody's ready to be able to actually commit. And do feel like for the long term, having a long lasting connection is something important. Do you feel like with the calling in your soulmate card sharp over here, this feels like an energy of attracting a connection that is with a soulmate. Do you feel like also the Three of Cups, this also feels like a connection with somebody who feels like a best friend, and also being able to have all of the qualities that you are searching for in a soulmate. This does feel like an energy of being able to have a connection with somebody that is a soulmate. Like, do you feel like they embody all of the ideal traits of a soulmate for you? This does feel like an energy of being in a connection where it does feel like you are spending time with somebody who is a soulmate. Do you feel like with this finances and career card shown up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody focusing on their finances and career? And that 10 of Pentacles showing up at the bottom of the deck. This feels like a lot of that paying off. So I do feel like also achieving a lot of goals when it comes to other areas of life, like finances and like career, and being able to experience seeing a lot of success in those areas as well. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.